On a cool winter morning that history would forever label as the Antler Incident, Washington, D.C.'s most iconic landmarks were overshadowed by the ultimate spectacle of chaos and camaraderie. On the lawn of the Pentagon, the stage was set for the most bizarre ice hockey match ever, a clash between Team Canada, Team USA Russia, and wait for it, Moose Godzilla. Yes, Moose Godzilla, a towering 500-foot-tall monstrosity that combined the sheer dominance of a kaiju with the rugged majesty of Canadian wildlife, was not just any spectator. With a rainbow mohawk crowning its moose-antlered head and a Zamboni inexplicably scaled up to match its size, Moose Godzilla was carving swirls into an outdoor hockey rink so pristine it would make minor league janitors weep. Overhead, 6 F-16 fighter jets streaked across the sky, forming checkerboard patterns in sharp formation. Their mission was Operation Antler Freedom, an elaborate display aimed at saving dignity, democracy, and most critically, lawn integrity from Moose Godzilla's rink renovations. The jets weren't carrying bombs, though. No, their payloads consisted of something purely diplomatic: industrial barrels of gravy. As the gravy was released in fiery explosions across the Pentagon's lawn, its payload splattered in creamy splendor onto Moose Godzilla's Zamboni windshield, temporarily blinding the colossal being. Moose Godzilla stopped mid-rink sculpting, roaring through the syrupy mist in confusion. The rainbow mohawk blazed like flame as it shook its antlers. In a twist nobody saw coming, the USA had teamed up with Russia in the hockey showdown below. Wayne Gretzky, the Great One himself, skated onto the Pentagon's makeshift rink in a Russian jersey. His stick glided across the ice, receiving cheers from Russian patriots and stunned gasps from Canadians. On the sidelines, the Canadians were unfazed, smirking confidently beneath red flannel lumberjack outfits. One held a banner high. "Taste our freedom," it proclaimed alongside a dazzling poutine buffet, miles wide, steaming with golden fries, squeaky cheese curds, and gallons of gravy. Canadian flag drones hovered gracefully across the air, delivering poutine carts straight into the hands of Russian patriots who abandoned their bald eagle mascot for the sheer ecstasy of cheesy, gravy-covered fries. Chainsaws buzzed rhythmically as lumberjack Canadians toasted the first-ever diplomatic Poutine Truce. It roared again, angrier now, antlers glowing. Turning on its Zamboni, it launched a counter-gravy wave, sourced from mysterious vats hidden beneath its monstrous control panel. Gravy geysers erupted across the rink, creating slippery zones where even Gretzky struggled to gain his footing. The F-16s, undeterred, began a dangerous low-altitude flyby over Moose Godzilla, releasing festive explosions of more gravy to counteract the Moose King's payload. Operation Antler Freedom escalated into a full-blown culinary air war, the Pentagon lawn now a glossy sheet of gravy carnage spread across the ice battlefield. Amidst the chaos, Canadian lumberjacks raised their hockey sticks in defiance, skating toward Moose Godzilla as chainsaw sparks flew dramatically into the air. Their goal wasn't military. They were heading to the cosmic Moose Godzilla to offer him poutine. It wasn't a battle anymore. It was diplomacy in its most absurd form, feeding fries to a kaiju. In the distance, that enormous statue of Donald Trump, wearing an I Putin shirt beside the Statue of Liberty, loomed awkwardly over the scene. But nobody paid it much attention. Why? Because diplomacy had finally succeeded. Moose Godzilla accepted the poutine offering. As he drove his gravy-coated Zamboni off into the sunset, the Canadians, Russians, and Americans cheered, having united under a single absurd banner: food was freedom. Gravy and fries had saved the day. As Moose Godzilla drove his gravy-coated Zamboni off into the sunset, the Canadians, Russians, and Americans cheered, having united under a single absurd banner: food was freedom. And so Moose Godzilla, with its mohawk ablaze, drove off into the distance, leaving behind a new legend of diplomacy and culinary delight.